So I'm just reading an article about several high-profile startup companies that are toying with the idea of a 4-day work week. So one of them, a Bolt startup company, tech company, is thinking about trying a 4-day work week for 3 months and then reevaluating to see if it works. I got two problems with this concept. The problem with trying a 4-day work week, you don't try this thing out, you go to it. The problem with trial is that these employees, they cannot reliably expect to get a 3-day weekend. I'm recording this in September. Come January, they cannot expect to continue to have the 3-day weekend. So they can't go out and schedule things. So I think trying something like this is destined to make it fail, right? Part of the joy of having a 3-day weekend is to be able to plan things for it, right? It's kind of like telling your employees, hey, sometime during the next year I'm going to announce an unexpected vacation. Well, how many people are going to be able to enjoy that? They can't schedule something ahead of it, right? Anyways, that's my first problem with it. Just do it. Don't try these things. The other problem is that, especially in the context of tech companies, I can see this working for jobs that are just manual labor, right, where you don't need a train of thought. A lot of times, I actually don't mind working 5 days. The only reason I like a 4-day work week is, well, the 3-day weekend that comes after it. But there's nothing mutually exclusive about it. Think outside the box. There's nothing wrong with working 5 days and then taking 3 days off, right? Now, the problem with that kind of schedule is that we live in a very interconnected world, right? That's not going to mingle well with the other companies who are not going on such a schedule, right? But you know what? Here in 2021, a lot of people do gig work anyway. There's nothing wrong with having an alternate schedule. So I think this could be a compromise, right? We could have schedules where people work 5 days and then take 3 days off, right? And so this is how our calendar would look like, right? I called it extra day, but if somebody has a better name for that. Actually, I think our calendar, our days of the week are named after the planets, right? And at the time, Uranus and Neptune didn't exist yet, right? Uranus and Neptune are called the ice planets, right? So we could have ice day instead of extra day, right? We'll call it ice day. Let me know if you have a better name for the extra day of the week. And notice how we lose very few work days adding that 8th day, right? Compared to if we took an extra, and we lose, more importantly, we don't lose the train of thought, right? I'm a professor and I can attest, if we went to a 4-day week, a lot of students would lose a lot of learning every time we took off and went back on, when in reality, I don't think most of my students mind coming to school 5 days a week, or what they want is the 3-day weekend afterwards, right? Anyways, I actually suggested such a schedule to my dean at one point, and unfortunately, I mean, she has a PhD, but unfortunately, the rest of the world has educated her to the point that maybe thinking outside the box will take a little bit muscle, right? I think she can do it, but unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit of muscle to get there. I hope most of my viewers can kind of understand this video. They might not understand how we go from here to there, right? If you do gig work, right, unfortunately, I've also tried it with some of my tutoring clients, right, to see if they'll do a schedule like this. And, well, these are like, well, some of their parents I talk to as well, right? And I was suggesting to well, not only this kind of schedule, sometimes I suggest to my tutoring clients or to my school, why don't we ignore daylight savings time, right? We could just go on a standard time all year. It blows right over their heads, right? Oh, that's unfortunate. Stop. Think outside the box. You'll be a lot more happier that way.